The debris field stretched for thousands of kilometers, twisted metal and plasma residue marking what had once been the pride of the Zorathian Empire's Third Fleet. Admiral Kethvar stared at the tactical display in disbelief, his four eyes struggling to process the impossible data scrolling across the holographic interface. "Sir." His tactical officer's voice trembled through the bridge's tense silence. "Confirmed casualties: 47 dreadnoughts, 132 cruisers, and over 300 support vessels. Total fleet strength reduced by 93%. Kethavar's mandibles clicked in frustration. "And the human vessel?" Still operational, sir. Minimal damage detected." The Admiral's gaze shifted to the lone ship hanging motionless in space, a sleek vessel no larger than their smallest corvette. How could something so insignificant have decimated an entire battle fleet? The humans had been conquered decades ago, their primitive technology catalogued and dismissed. This made no sense. 3 hours earlier, Zia Chen had been hunched over a dusty computer terminal in the abandoned research facility on Luna's dark side. Her fingers flew across the ancient keyboard, accessing files that hadn't been opened in 40 years. The faded nameplate on her makeshift workstation still read, Dr. Elena Chen, her grandmother's name. "Any luck?" Elsa Nordstrom called from across the cramped laboratory, her voice echoing off the metal walls. The tall blonde woman was carefully extracting data cores from storage units that predated the Zorathian occupation. "Maybe," Zia replied, her dark eyes scanning lines of code. Grandmother's notes mentioned something called Project Valkyrie. "Look at this timestamp. It's from 2157, just months before the invasion." Elsa abandoned her task and moved to peer over Zia's shoulder. "What kind of project?" "Experimental propulsion and weapon systems. But here's the strange part. All official records show it was canceled due to resource constraints. Yet grandmother's personal logs suggest otherwise. The facility around them bore testament to humanity's forgotten ambitions. Before the Zorathian Empire had arrived with overwhelming force, Earth scientists had been on the verge of breakthrough technologies. The occupation had systematically dismantled human research programs, convinced that primitive human science posed no threat to their galactic dominance. They had been wrong. "Zia, you need to see this." Elsa's voice carried an edge of excitement. She had opened a sealed chamber hidden behind a false wall. Inside, suspended in a maintenance cradle, sat a ship unlike anything either woman had ever seen. The vessel was compact but elegant, its hull composed of materials that seemed to shift and flow like liquid mercury. Strange geometric patterns covered its surface, pulsing with a faint blue light. It was beautiful and alien, yet undeniably human in design. "The prototype," Zia whispered, consulting her grandmother's notes. Project Valkyrie wasn't canceled. They hid it. Admiral Kethvar watched as the human vessel began to move. Its approach was leisurely, almost casual, as if the destruction of an entire fleet was merely an appetizer to the main course. "Sir, we're receiving a transmission," the communications officer announced. "Put it through." The main display flickered, revealing 2 human females sitting in what appeared to be a surprisingly spacious cockpit. The younger one, with short black hair and intelligent eyes, spoke first. "Greetings, Admiral Kethvar. I am Zia Chen and this is Elsa Nordstrom. We represent the remnants of Earth's scientific community." "Impossible," Kethvar snarled. "Human technology is primitive. Your weapons are projectile-based. Your ship's slower than our cargo haulers. How did you destroy your fleet?" Zia smiled coldly. "You made the same mistake all conquerors make, Admiral. You assumed that because you could defeat us yesterday, we would remain defeated tomorrow. Humans don't work that way." Elsa leaned forward, her blue eyes hard as winter ice. "For 40 years, you forced our people into slave labor, mining colonies and research facilities. You thought you were using us. In reality, you were educating us. Every Zorathian ship we maintained," Zia continued, "every piece of technology we were forced to repair, every manual we were made to translate, we learned from it all. We reverse-engineered your fusion reactors, your shield generators, your hyperspace drives, then we improved them." The Admiral felt a chill run through his exoskeleton. "That's impossible. Our technology is centuries ahead of yours." "Was," Elsa corrected. "The vessel we're in now represents 40 years of hidden human innovation. We combined your advanced materials with human ingenuity, your energy systems with human adaptability. The result is something neither species could have created alone. The weapons that destroyed your fleet, Zia added, are based on a principle your scientists never considered. You see warfare as a contest of raw power. Humans see it as a problem to be solved. Why build a bigger gun when you can build a smarter one? Kethvar's tactical display showed the impossible truth. The human vessel had used some kind of cascading resonance weapon, turning each ship's own shield generators against the fleet. One small ship had created a chain reaction that devastated hundreds of vessels in minutes. "What do you want?" he asked, though he feared he already knew the answer. "Simple," Elsa replied. "Withdraw all Zorathian forces from human space. Release every human held in bondage across your empire. Recognize Earth's sovereignty and independence." "And if we refuse?" Zia's smile widened. "Admiral, this ship is a prototype, a proof of concept. Do you really want to discover what we've built in the 40 years since we began this project?" Behind them, through the cockpit's transparent aluminum viewports, hundreds of similar vessels began to decloak, their hulls shimmering into visibility like stars being born. Each one bore the same flowing design, the same blue energy patterns, the same quiet menace. Admiral Kethvar stared at the impossible sight and realized that the Zorathian Empire had made a fatal error. They had conquered humanity's bodies but never broken their spirits. In trying to use human knowledge, they had only accelerated human advancement. The slaves had become the masters of their own liberation. "We accept your terms," he said quietly. As the Zorathian remnants began their retreat, Zia and Elsa exchanged satisfied glances. Humanity had learned the most important lesson of all. Sometimes the best revenge is massive success. The stars belonged to humanity once again.